Yo, what is up, guys? So today we will be reading the Bible. Alright, I'm so sorry that I didn't do the Bible videos. It's not really huh. Alright, it's not really daily Bible study anymore, but I was just I just wasn't feeling like it for some reason. I'm sorry, guys, but we left off at the end of chapter 17. So we are going to read chapter 18. I'm going to try to post these Bible videos some more. Hopefully. It might not be every single day. It might be like here and there. But anyways, chapter 18 is called The Three Visitors. The Lord appeared to Abraham near the great trees of Mamre while he was sitting at the entrance to his tent in the heat of the day. Abraham looked up and saw three men standing nearby. When he saw them, he hurried from the entrance of his tent to meet them and bowed low to the ground. He said, "If I have found favor in your eyes, my lord, do not pass your servant by let a little water be brought, and you may wash all your feet and rest under his tree. Let me get you something to eat so that you can be refreshed and then go your way. Now that you have come to your servant." "Very well," they answered. "Do as you say." So Abraham hurried into the tent to Sarah. "Quick," he said, "get 3 seas." It's like the C, but it has an H at the end for some reason. Seeds, I guess I'll call it seeds, of the finest flour and knead it and bake some bread. Also, guys, when I said the oldest person in the Bible was 969, I thought I was wrong, but I was actually right. It was Methuselah. I just didn't know at the time. If you guys know what I was talking about, I'm pretty sure it was in day 2. I said that. I said somebody in the Bible was 969. I thought I was wrong, but I was right. All right. We need to stop the yap. All right. Where was it? Okay. Verse 7. Then he ran to the herd and selected a choice tender calf and gave it to a servant who hurried to prepare it. He then brought some curds and milk and the calf that had been prepared, and set these before them. While they ate, he stood near them under a tree. "Where is your wife, Sarah?" they asked him. "There in the tent," he said. Then one of them said, "I will surely return to you about this time next year, and Sarah, your wife, will have a son." Now Sarah was listening at the entrance from you. Guys, there's some kind of loud noises in the background. I don't know where that's coming from, but it's fine. Just ignore it. I don't know what's going on. "Will not the judge of earth do right? The Lord said, if I find 50 righteous people in the city of Sodom, I will spare the whole place for their sake." Then Abraham spoke up again. "Now that I have been so bold as to speak to the Lord, though I am but dust and ashes, what if the number of the righteous is 5 less than 50? will you destroy the whole city for the lack of 5 people? If I find 45 there, he said, I will not destroy it. Alright, I'll read verse 29 in a minute. I just want to ask you guys, how was your 4th of July? What did you guys do? Did you guys see fireworks or something? What's happening over there? Alright, anyways, hopefully you guys had a good 4th of July. Now let's read verse 29. Once again he spoke to him. What if only 40 are around there? He said, for the sake of 40, I will not do it. Then he said, may the Lord not be angry, but let me speak. What if only 30 can be found there? He answered, I will not do it if I find 30 there. Abraham said, now that I have been so bold as to speak to the Lord, what if only 20 can be found there? He said, for the sake of 20, I will not destroy it. Then he said, may the Lord not be angry, but let me speak just once more. Then, what if only 10 can be found there? He answered, for the sake of 10, I will not destroy it. When the Lord had finished speaking with Abraham, he left and Abraham returned home. I keep calling him Abram because his name was changed to Abraham. Chapter 19, Sodom and Gomorrah destroyed. So we're already on another chapter, guys. Sodom and Gomorrah destroyed. The 2 angels arrived at Sodom in the evening, and Lot was sitting in the gateway of the city. When he saw them, he got up to meet them and bowed down with his face to the ground. My lords, he said, please turn aside your servant's house. You can wash your feet and spend the night, and then go on your way early in the morning. No, they answered, we will spend the night in the square. Sorry guys, my eyes just itchy for a minute. There's nothing wrong with it, it's just itchy for some reason. Alright. But he insisted so strongly that they did go with him and enter his house. He prepared a meal for them, baking bread with our yeast, and they ate. Before they had gone to bed, all the men from every part of the city of Sodom, both young and old, surrounded the house. They called to Lot, where are the men who came to you tonight? Bring them out to us so that we can have sex with them. Lot went outside to meet them and shut the door behind him, and said, no, my friends, don't this wicked thing. Look, I have 2 daughters who have never slept with a man. Let me bring them out to you, and you can do what you like with them. But don't do anything to these men, for they have come under the protection of my roof. Get out of our way, they replied. This fellow came out here as a foreigner, and now he wants to play the judge. We'll treat you worse than them. They kept bringing pressure on Lot and pulled Lot back into the house and shut the door. Then they struck the men who were at the door of the house, young and old, with blindness so that they could not find the door. The 2 men said to Lot, Do you have anyone else here? Sons-in-law, sons or daughters, or anyone else in law? Sons or daughters or anyone else in the city? My bad. I just read the same part again. Else in the city who belongs to you. Get them out of here because we are going to destroy this place. Because the outcry, this place, the outcry to the Lord against its people is so great that he has sent us to destroy it. So Lot went out and spoke to his sons-in-law, who were pledged to marry his daughters. He said, "Hurry and get out of this place, because the Lord is about to destroy the city." But his sons-in-law thought he was joking. With the coming of dawn, the angels urged Lot, saying, "Hurry, take your wife and your 2 daughters who are here, or you will be swept away when the city is punished." When he hesitated, the man grasped his hands, and the hands of his wife and of his 2 daughters, and led them safely out of the city, for the Lord was merciful to them. As soon as they had brought them out, one of them said, "Flee for your lives. Don't look back and don't stop anywhere. Don't look back and don't stop anywhere in the plain. Flee to the mountains, or you will be swept away." But Lot said to them, "No, my lords, please, your servant has found favor in your eyes, and you have shown great kindness to me in sparing my life. But I can't flee to the mountains. This disaster will overtake me, and I'll die. Look, here is a small town near enough to run to, and it is small. Let me flee to it. It is very small, isn't it? Then my life will be spared." He said to him, "Very well, I will grant this request too. I will not overthrow the town you speak of, but flee there quickly, because I cannot do anything until you reach it." That is why the town was called Zor. By the time Lot had reached Zor, the sun had risen over the land. Then the Lord rained down burning sulfur on Sodom and Gomorrah from the Lord out of the heavens. Thus he overthrew those cities and the entire plan, destroying all those living in the cities and also the vegetation in the land. But Lot's wife looked back, and she became a pillar of salt. No, guys, I've heard about this story before, her becoming a pillar of salt. And the interesting thing is, in that same area where that would have taken place, they found this tall thing made of. They found this like pillar of salt, and it's like made of. There's like some salt on it, and people think that it's Lot's wife, but I don't know if it is Lot's wife. It could be. You never know. But early the next morning, Abraham got up and returned to the place where he had stood before the Lord. He looked down toward Sodom and Gomorrah, and toward all the lands of the plain. He saw intense smoke rising from the land like smoke from a furnace. So when God destroyed the cities of the plain, he remembered Abraham, and he brought Lot out of the catastrophe that overthrew the cities where Lot had lived. Lot and his 2 daughters left Zor left Zor and settled into the mountains, for he was afraid to stay in Zor. He and his 2 daughters lived in a cave. One day, the older daughter said to the younger, "Our father is old, and there is no man around here to give us children, as is the custom all over the earth. Let us get our father to drink wine, and then sleep with him, and preserve our family line through our father." That night they got their father to drink wine, and the older daughter went in and slept with him. He was not aware of it when she lay down or got up. The next day, the older daughter said to the younger, "Last night I slept with my father. Let's get him to drink wine again tonight, and you go in and sleep with him, so that we can preserve our family line through our father." So they got their father to drink wine that night also. And the younger daughter went in and slept with him again. He was not aware of it when she lay down or when she got up. So both of Lot's daughters became pregnant by their father. The older daughter had a son, and she named him Moab. He is the father of Moabites of today. The younger daughter also had a son, and she named him Ben-Ammi. He is the father of Ammonites of today. Alright guys, I left off at the end of chapter 19. I will read chapter 20 tomorrow. I'm sorry guys. I shouldn't have said tomorrow, because I might not make another Bible video tomorrow, because like I said, it's not really daily anymore. It's just every now and then. But that's gonna be it for today's videos. That's gonna be it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. This episode is like almost as long as last episode. This is almost 18 minutes like the other one. The other one was like 18 minutes and 38 seconds, I think. Alright, that's just gonna be it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and you guys can follow along in your Bibles when I'm reading it if you guys want to, but oh my goodness, it just hit 18 minutes. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, guys. It's just alright. Well, this episode's like as long as as the other episode, but hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next video. But one more thing I want to show you guys is my cat. He's right here. I'm sorry guys, I can't show you guys him. He just ran off. He's over there. Alright, anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video.